Hey everybody, Asher here, back with more Starsector, the 95A update, where we're continuing where we last left off. And where we last left off was blasting a Ludic Path base into the sky. What we're doing today involves a little bit more business down in the southern part of the map, which I honestly have not been to very much, as there's a bunch of unexplored systems kind of around here. We got some work to do for Provost Baird again, specifically headhunting Scylla or Scylla. Not sure exactly how you want to pronounce it, but I definitely can't pronounce that last name. We have a little bit more to do with the Kalachor archive. We also have an equipment cache that at least just brings me down here, as well as some bonus cache and a chance to poke my head in some systems. So there's a lot of things I want to do. We're also kind of close to a blue supergiant, and I've gotten a few sort of teasing requests from people to kind of go back and visit MAM or visit one of the blue supergiants again. So if we have time, we may be going into that as well. I'm kind of feeling it. I don't know. There is something to be said about a lot of the fights that I've been taking so far, and between fighting pirates and pathers, it's not quite the same level of competition as maybe fighting like tri-tachyon or the hegemony as we're flying around here. But for now, we're gonna go visit this cache, because I just want to go visit some systems. Y'all know I can't kind of go away from exploring. Unfortunately, there's not a great way to kind of dig around this side of the map, so we're just going to have to try to squeeze through and hope we don't get blasted by a hyperspace storm, because I have a bad habit of doing that recently and I need to be a little bit better about it. Did I not actually mark my path? That is so unlike me. I'll tell you where I'm at in the headspace right now. It's been a long week. It's been tough with work. It's been tough with balancing things. It's been tough with sick family at home. It's been tough for distress signal in Alpha Grace. Don't know how I feel about that. So I am working under a little bit of a exhaustion point here, so maybe I'll make some reckless or sad decisions. Sensor package from where? A jump point. Wow, orbiting a jump point. That's not what you usually see. Well, this is the inner system jump point. I guess I got a 50-50 shot. Alright, so Alpha Grace with a distress beacon from somewhere. Oh. Who is baiting who here today? Alright, they're trying to run away. They're all trying to run away. I don't see what I'm looking for here. I just want to take you guys on. They're avoiding contact. You know what? Engage comms, attention prey. I'll tell you who's the prey. If you're going to distress beacon me into this, we're going to have kind of a good day here. You know what? I'm actually not going to take you. I'm just going to take you guys and call it a good time. We're going to try to be good and not drop every single ship. Oh, I just hit the all button on accident. Let's try that again. Not you. Yes, you. Not you. Not you. Not you. I'm 241. That's fine. Alright, see, like I said, making mistakes is part of the fun, isn't it? Okay, so already mistakenly clicking waypoints. This is going to go so well for me today. These pirates I should be able to blast pretty hard, but just as a course of habit, let's go ahead and just do a waypoint over here. It's very easy to just be like, this is going to be an easy fight, because what was I just saying before is that sometimes combat, that's a really cool background, by the way, but combat sometimes between the pirates gets a little bit samey, as some other people have pointed out. The builds that the pirates use in these late games, they're improved, but they still don't match up to the player, which makes me wonder about mods that I'm thinking of doing when I do a modded playthrough. Probably want to get something that gives the pirates some better builds here. So we have our comm relay, woohoo. We have pirates that should be incoming in just a moment. Like I said, it's one of those things that I kind of wanted to just smash and grab and go through the system, see if I can find where the package is, because I have plenty of time. But let's call this my community service to the sector here. We have pirates trying to do skullduggery out in the distance, far away from the core worlds, where they think they can get away with it, and they're about to not get away with it. So let's cancel the assignment. About to just kind of put full assault on this thing. I've literally brought 3 battleships into a fight with not so many battleships. Did you just blow that up with the point defense, paladin point defense system? That's hilarious. Oh look, we're getting back attacked here. That's fun. Okay, look at our poor point defense lasers trying their best. Tachyon Lance definitely doing some work. Alright, so here's all of our points of contact. Let's just full assault. what could possibly go wrong here other than everything? See, like, you're coming at us from behind. So your goal is just literally to take out our engines and harass and annoy us, so we're just going to pretend you don't exist. Because you're fluxing hard. Fluxing hard or hardly fluxing? I can't believe I just said that. End the voice. Someone needs to end these videos now. Although, to tell you the truth, and I'll go ahead and throw this out here, since it's early enough in the video and people may not stick around until whenever I end up recording, just with the way my schedule's been and just with the sort of increasing weird times that I've had to do some recording. Like, I've tried to do it during my normal times, and work has just kept interrupting, which is fine because it's work, and having to take care of people's kind of interrupting. We may go away for a little bit from having videos every day. Well, at least just a tiny gap. Should be able to get back to that soon, but I mean, I've gone a month in this series, a month since the release here, of having at least one video per day. So hopefully you all can understand that that is a tough pace to keep up, especially when the recordings last as long as these do here. We're just gonna teach them a lesson by blowing them up too, so that's fun. Claim victory. Who needs a distress beacon now? Obviously we're pursuing them. Obviously we're sending you guys. Cool. Oh, look! A gremlin survived. We're not even going to bother with ship recovery. I don't even know why. I think I click it just so that you guys can see what's here. But yeah, we have a ton of supplies. We have 1 million credits. So we're doing good stuff here. All right, so somebody's trying to be the big boss here of the wilderness and failing miserably. So if we just fly on here, fake space raptors having a good day. Okay, I gotta remember, we're looking for stuff that's around a jump point, so we're just gonna kind of grab through here and see what we can see as we get... Oh, this is something I didn't show before. We get a production report from our planet that has tech mining, and got a harpoon single missile. I've seen some people say that if you're doing tech mining, you should really go into the settings tab and kind of change the percentages to make it a little bit more useful. I'm not going to do that here. Okay, that doesn't have ruins on it, so we're not going to bother. Maybe Alpha Glance 2 will be good. Let's do a quick ping. Okay. So we're just going to kind of ping-pong along. We have a fringe jump point. We have potentially another system to look at. We're going to... Yeah, see, there's some ruins. You can tell because of the little Kessler Syndrome crap floating around it. So let's... Survey says click. Scattered ruins. Maybe not worth it. Begin salvage. Oh, Gamma Core. Wow, actually really worth it. Let's not click too fast and establish a colony, though. Although I think that that'll change, or like you can kind of back out of that before it becomes established. I was about to ping, but I got a sensor ping on me ahead of time. There we go. Equipment cache. Good stuff. So there's our money. And we can salvage here. Oh, a Legion. Cool. It's not a 14th Battle Fleet Legion. As far as I know, you can't actually get that, but we'll learn it. I mean, technically, that's a fat stack of cash, and I could have sold that pretty well, but it's something else for our home system ships to build instead of just having paragons everywhere. Sometimes you want some low-tech gunships, which the difference between the regular Legion and the 14th Battle Fleet is big guns versus big missiles, and a lot of people, myself included, prefer big missiles. Speaking of big things, we got a red giant, and a yellow star. Pretty much my plan here is that if it's a red beacon, we're skipping it. If it's one of these like dead yellow stars like over here that has nothing around it, we're gonna skip it. Otherwise, we'll take a quick peek because we're non-contractually obligated to do some things here. So see, there's a lot of planets. That's good. Actually didn't miss the jump point. Also good. And we have a contact right away. Let's ping for fun. Desert world here too. Nice. Okay, so we got some pings to the left, pings to the right. And that's a rocky metallic world with something around it, and that something is a wolf. Okay, so this is one of those systems that's going to have like a bunch of dead ships, but they're little dead ships, so we can't double tap them. Like, I'm here with a crap ton of supplies, so I'm probably okay. There was something up next to the star, but if it's another tiny ship, I'm not going to bother with it. Mud skipper, yeah. It could be good, but it's not. I mean, that's just the long and short of it, is that we get a little bonus for discovering a derelict ship, but not a lot of things we want to do here. Actually got an unidentified entity over here, so I'm going to do that. Like, I don't want to dive into a Corona. I know I have a lot of supplies, but like, this Hermes is literally free. Oh, this Hermes has a research station location. I wonder if that's close by. Okay, no, it's not. You know, we haven't actually been up in the top left part of space either. So that's cool. That looks like a triple star system that includes a neutron star. That's something else. Okay, well, let's see. Inactive gate. Somebody's watching, being like, fly through the gate. Fly through the gate. Okay, there's more ruins here. So we're going to survey. We got plenty of heavy machinery. See, now, some people were saying before, you could just click through all the things as they pop up here instead of having to go individually. Oh my god, it's lobster. This is a planet where they just had like a bunch of old lobster on it and a bunch of other stuff. Oh my god, we have way too much stuff now. Control click, that's fine. We have 1,000 units of Volturium lobster. We might have a problem with that. You can, maybe we'll find space butter on Eventide or something. I think I made that joke in the last video too. I don't know, maybe not. There was a ping here. It looks like we got a ship running away, and it looks like we got some other stuff over here. I wonder if it's all pirates. That's a heavy frigate. We're not going to chase this too far. 9 Marines. That is more than 8 Marines. What am I seeing? Okay, we got a ship and we got a weapons cache. Ooh, that's a good find, maybe. Well, Pylum's not bad. And we don't have that blueprint, so it's nothing new. Okay, well, can't look that in the face and say, nah. Did I miss one more, or is that just our tiny investigating ship that's totally not going to try to kill us by calling in its friends? Okay. So we can look around here just a little bit more, because we got some sensor pings up here. And we have a desert world we can survey as well. So let's see. Did I miss anything here? Okay, let's check our tech mining again. And in our tech mining, we have a tactical laser. Whoever had the planet before apparently didn't do anything super important. That's a lot of ruins on a tiny world. We're going to survey that. Okay, widespread ruins. Because it has more space trash around it. And it literally is just a cyclone launcher, and we're going to do the usual stuff, dump our metal, not start a colony accidentally. It's like, why do you keep dumping people around here? Oh, we got something flying around here. We got a ton of ruins here too, so hopefully those people don't care about us. 125. Where are all these low hazard planets closer? I mean, it has more ruins. This is all just planet details that we can sell to. Oh man, we're carrying so much weight. Maybe we have to dump the lobster. No, we can't. We can't get rid of the lobster. Y'all know better. Okay, I think we're probably done here. Just like a happy little survey. And we're just gonna go and, I guess, paint some mountains in another star system. There we go, some little trees. I mean, that's the thing. I've had a lot of people catch on that I've watched a lot of Bob Ross in the past. It's something that's been really nice to introduce my kids to as well. But the thing that just amazes me is just like, and this is anybody who's a painter, but especially impressionist painters like that. It's just like you throw some paint on a canvas and then suddenly it turns into something, and you're just like, what the? Especially someone like me who's not particularly artistically inclined. And when I say not artistically inclined, I just mean that as like, I'm not a drawer, not a painter. It's something that I've tried to practice in the past, but I'm much more of a writer. Beta core, nice. I think this yellow star, I'm sitting here talking about Bob Ross. Okay, 2 desert worlds. This may suck, but we'll just kind of ping here, see if there's anything. Apparently we can't ping for some reason. Active sensor. I don't know if we're like jammed or something, or if it's just on cooldown. But yeah, that's the thing that I just appreciate, is just like, and you kind of see it in this game and a lot of other places too, is just that you have just a few little interacting systems, or just like a few little drops of paint on a canvas, and you turn around and in another moment it's a sweeping landscape, or it's a horrible hellscape of factions fighting over each other. That's something where you look at a team for someone who makes something like Starsector, which is just a very few people, but they've worked for a very long time to make something very large, just based off of pretty much having chess pieces moving back and forth and side to side by some certain rules. We'll check here too. I mean, I'm not on a due date. One weird thing since the latest hotfix is that I've been getting a lot more ludic path attention, but my and this is famous last words, but the people trying to visit and disrupt my economy have stopped trying to do that. And I don't know if that's just because we took a commission with tri-tachyon and now everyone's just literally hostile with us all the time. I guess you don't need to send an expedition when you're just trying to hurt somebody. I probably shouldn't do this. I definitely shouldn't have done this. Oh well, I'm not going to double in twice. Alright. Anything else over here? Not really. Okay, this supergiant's a waste. That's too bad. Still a very pretty nebula background. Kind of reminds me of EVE Online and some of those, just like, I am looking at a spreadsheet, but the background's really pretty on the spreadsheet. Alright. Out into space. So, that's this nebula. Done. Now, one thing that's really cool, if we're talking about random generation for a second, as far as I know, these hyperspace clouds, nebula storms, these are all randomly generated via an algorithm. But I do need to go over to the Bola system, Delta Bola. And I could try to punch through all this or go up here, that's fine. But we have a really nice corridor. It just makes a really nice smiley face. So we're going to do that. I got to look here. My fuel situation's fine. I can actually fly anywhere from here, which is really impressive. I guess I really easily impressed myself. We can stop by that blue supergiant as well. I think, was that a okay, that's a brown dwarf. We don't care about brown dwarfs. There might totally be good stuff there, but we're not gonna check, because it's one of those things where I wanted to do the contract first because the contract is timed, but this one isn't. That's a lot of planets around that brown dwarf. Let's pop in just real quick. I was just saying, oh wait, this is actually a, that's a red dwarf. Yeah, red dwarfs are cool. We like red dwarfs. We have Erebus, the volcanic world, a desert world, a cryovolcanic world. We have remnant fragments over here. And what's a mining station, mud skipper, a few little things we can fight. Let's see what the mining station has to offer. Apparently it has a ton of ore. Yeah, we don't care about too much of this stuff. Even take you. Cool. Any other exciting pings? Might as well just survey the planet and carry on here. Oh, I didn't double tap. Oh, I'm getting sloppy. It's exactly what I said would happen. Oh man, and that would have been really crappy. Now, I don't care too much about the blueprint package because I already own it, but just missing out on that extra beta core. No bueno. It's a little awkward that I say it that way, but that's how I said it, so we're moving on. Alright, so it's a good thing I didn't check the brown dwarf, though it's interesting that we do have a few little remnant units poking around here despite a lack of beacon. This has ruins on it too, so that's nice. What? Oh, I hit the fleet button on accident. Perform a survey. There we go. G. Widespread ruins again. So there's ruins. Somebody tried to settle this nebula, and they must have had a bad time, and the hegemony apparently left a blueprint package on this planet for me to pick up. How polite of them. But yeah, these planets have got a lot of stuff going on for them, and we have a big old sensor contact down here. I bet it's just a debris field. Yeah. Don't get too excited. Not all of our debris fields can be like that one that gave us a friggin' Astral. Which I'm really glad I've been able to take care of that Astral, because I have not found the blueprint for that, and that is a key cog to my battle group here. Battle stations, battle fleets. Battle something. I should probably come up with a good name for humanity's trash fleets here. Yeah, someone dropped a fuel tanker. That's not good. It has a lot of fuel in it, though. That's actually really surprising. Where's the mining station, by the way? All the way up there. Really? In Thuros? You could have fooled me. Alright, so that's a nope. We'll just look at the brown dwarf for a second. That's... damn it. I can't stop! Can't stop. Said we don't do brown dwarfs. We don't do brown dwarfs. Like, no, nothing came from a ping. But we just got a bunch of fuel, so, from a mystery tanker. So let's go to Delta Bola. But once again, we're going to take the smiley face. We are not going to poke our head into the red beacon system to be like, hey, is anybody home? And then have to use a story point just to survive. I don't know, maybe my fleet's strong enough that I could take 2 Oros at a time. Definitely can take 1 at a time. But I think that was like 6 fleets that just jammed on us. And that's a little much. Although it'd be a really good example of, hey, you upped your fleet max setting to 700 deployment, and now the remnants that run everything with an AI core gets to do that. So Beta Bolas, I don't think that's what we want. Yeah, we want Delta. And we've actually already been to Beta. Okay, we've been to... Okay, it's Alpha Bola that we haven't been to. Interesting. So we've done some of these. Wonder what gives. Wonder why we didn't go... Oh, probably because it doesn't have any planets. Or is this a double star system? Nope. But there's a quest marker. Interesting. Alright, so we're in story mode. We're going to be reading some quest prompts and quest text here. Your fleet approaches the probe. It's not transmitting an active transponder ID. When your comms officer performs a direct transponder ping, the return identifies the probe as a property of the Galadia Academy. This is followed by a block of legal language threatening fines and alluding to unspecified dangers inherent to tampering with said property. Nice. Thank you for the boilerplate. You suspect that these were words, or that these mere words, the ghost of an EM pulse sent across a cold vacuum, would dissuade a few of the outer system scavengers you've come across paths with. So investigate. Salvage crews is dispatched under your Operation Chief's watchful eye. Using the codes provided by Provost Baird, of course, the team opens the probe to install a short-range relay which allows your technicians full reign of the probe's data. Tech reports feed actives. The probe's hull is sealed with a few quick bursts of plasma torch. And your ops chief recalls the salvage crew, so that's nice. You meet your tech officer in a briefing room where they've already unfolded a portable workstation and connected a holo projector to present the findings. The probe consists of a cluster of redundant computer cores grouped into small networks. A cloud of connected glyphs rotates slowly in the middle of the space navigation and station, holding thrusters, power supply, and thermostability, rad sensors, and civ-grade emitters. Your tech officers sets half the icons aside and upscales the remaining, revealing sub-icons identifying particular research project packages. Yellow warning glyphs denote packages that do not follow Galadia Academy specs you have on file. Well, that's nice that Baird gave us all the information to be able to make that comparative analysis. What's interesting is this one, your tech officer says, with apparently a really weird voice, bringing an unknown package into focus. There's a modified hyperdrive core in there, the kind a small starship might use. With a few key presses and a wave, the component icon explodes out into something like a glowing circuit diagram embedded in the shadow of the probe's schematics. It's like a hyperwave comms relay in a combat sims. Stims, a tone of admiration comes out. Beautiful work. No idea they stabilize pulse strengths on such cheap hardware. You make it clear that, however fascinating, you're more interested in where this direction signals. The tech blinks rapidly as if it is hardly a consideration. It's not precisely a question of where. When we're speaking of hyperspace, you give a withering look which prompts your underlings to refer to behind your back as an executive summary. What I mean to say is we'll need to interface with a couple more probes like this to be able to pinpoint the transmission target with hyperspectral... that is, we'll need to find 2 more probes. That's all we know, ma'am. Another good reminder that I didn't realize I selected a female character portrait, but it's cool. We're in space, we're old, doesn't matter. Anyone can fight anyone, and it's all very good. And we actually almost have another story point unlocked. So I did see another ping somewhere. I think it's actually like right above us. So apparently, rule of 3 here, we got to find 3 probes. Look, 2 probes. Okay, so your fleet approaches a probe. It's not transmitting an active transponder ID, and when your comms officer performs a direct transponder ping, there's no return. Scan reveals unusually low mass. Your salvage crew to deploy and investigate it carefully. The salvers operate a maintenance drone to make the cuts in the hull a standard access point. After a flash of plasma goes dark, the drone swivels its spotlight to reveal nothing. The probe's hull is empty aside from dangling rough-cut ends of conduits. Someone has completely cleaned out the internal hardware chassis. It wasn't long ago, Sensors Officer reports. Radar sweeps for debris spread from the intrusion incident shows minimal spread. Whoever did this, they are probably still in system. In system, with the probe hardware you need. Well, that's cool. Hey, look, more ruins. Apparently, we just want to dig in all the ruins today. Which is fine. Would love to find nothing. Wow. This is a barren 150 hazard world. You don't see that very often. Has a lot more use in this update. And apparently, maybe the ruins will have some more use too. Maybe not really, but it's something. We're dropping off all of our metal somewhere. We're definitely not establishing a colony here. So, oh boy, we got like half a crescent worth of a system to try to find a probe in. Whoa, there's something. Alright, so what items did we get from our tech mining this time? Literally nothing. By the way, I should check here, because as you do more tech mining, this is supposed to degrade. Right now we're at widespread ruins. I think that's down from vast ruins. So, and actually we got to watch closely because it's almost time to build commerce. Oh, look, you have a exclamation point. That's by rule, and they're trying to avoid contact, so obviously not suspicious at all. Okay, so we could blast them out of the sky, but let's open a comm link instead, see if we can do this peacefully. Greetings. Pardon my presumption, but I hope all is well. It's a long way back to the core worlds, my friend, and we must look after one another. So we asked, did you find a probe belonging to the Gladia Academy? I see. The scavenger looks aside to avoid your gaze. One finds all sorts of things out here, and I can't really say if we did or did not. I have to have my assessor check the logs. He shrugs with one shoulder. Might take a while. So, if I'm going to continue to be, like, direct asshole here, I could say I have all the time in the world, perhaps a donation. No, we're not going to pay his people off. I'm authorized to recover Academy property by force if necessary. I see. The scavenger taps the console and appears to think about it for a second. Oh, would you look at that? We did find something with the Gladia Academy markings. Must have slipped my mind. You look at it. He looks at you accusingly. Would have returned it once it was identified properly. You could have asked nicely. We got to look out for each other here, remember? Otherwise, we're no better than pirates and boat-licking hedgies. Boot-licking. I said boat-licking, but that kind of works too. Oh, you don't like me, Hallam Vegan. That's too bad. I've ordered my quartermaster to eject the cargo pod, so it's all yours, the scavenger says testily. Burn bright, Captain. Into an asteroid for all I care. Well, boo-hoo. That's fine. I could shoot them down for their impudence, but not really worth the ammo. Okay, so the salvage team quickly recovers. Hyperwave analysis is not merely a linear process, your tech officer explains. We'll need one more data set to complete the as his voice suddenly changes again. Well, it isn't triangulation, but you can think of it as helps. Clears his throat. Captain, ma'am, you dismiss them to return to whatever it is we're doing in this game, like flying around in dusty rings around the star. It's all very quiet. It's all just a nice night. We have literally nothing there, so we're kind of going to do 4 quarters and hope that it's near the star and not like far away. Oh, there's a ping. Please be it. Please be it. Please be. Oh, you are hidden. Okay, well, I'm half expecting this one to, like, summon a fight or something. The fleet approaches the probe. Your comms officer performs an active transponder request that identifies the probe as property of the Gladia Academy, with the serial number matching equipment assigned to Scylla's hyperspace physics group. Investigate the probe. This is the third time at this operation, so your crew knows exactly what to do, and they do it well. The schematics of the third probe float before you in the briefing room. Our tinker's been at work, man. Your tech officer explains, highlighting the ghostly specs of a highly modified miniature hyperdrive core. Here's where we have the same setup as previous examples, but they've made a few improvements. Tangles of inscrutably annotated component icons are highlighted here and here. Bizarre collection of parts from a variety of sources. Some are even officially restricted Militech. Conclusions, obviously. Says the tech, noticing her demeanor. This is good, very good. We got a match for a more accurate read of the meta array, which frantic tapping on his tripod. It looks like a orbit somewhere in the Isra system. Whoever's running these things, that's where their receiver is. So we need to search for Scylla and Isra, wherever that is. What would the receiver look like? Your tech officer thinks. It wouldn't be anywhere near as large as your normal comm array. There's some very clever miniaturization here. Fragile, yes, but it works in stealth in the goal. Our engineer appears to use scavenge parts, wild variety of sources, maybe pirate, but more sophisticated by far. It also shows neutrino source, like any starship drive or civilian reactor. Sorry, I'm losing my voice here. The hyperdrive effect would be, well, it couldn't be placed somewhere populated, that's for sure. So this hyperwave comm relay would tight beam to the final receiver. Presumably, if we could find a relay, we would know where to find whoever's at the other end of this thing. Stable orbit, neutrino source, uninhabited. The Isra system, you return to the bridge and order your officers to stations. Anything else over here, or is it literally just Quest Town? Alright, so... Oh, it's actually near the core worlds. Oh, it's actually in a populated system, so that's exciting. Alright. So, that place didn't look very interesting because it didn't have any planets. We've been there. Gamma Mand... I kind of want to see. It's a blue supergiant, but it doesn't look like it had, well, maybe I need to remember that we can check where warning beacons are. All right, we can go back by here, but I'm not really sure. I think probably what's going to be best to do is to go back home for a minute, because we got to kind of regroup before we do our next portion of questing or feasting or famining. Just gonna do one more ping just for funsies, and I swear I heard something, but we'll never know for sure what it was because this system is empty. And look at this, all this time I've been dragging around another apogee. I really need to drop that off at home. Actually got a few improvements I need to do. I need to set up a colony. It's like I'm coming up with all these excuses and little management things that I can do. But I haven't forgotten about this. So this is a blue supergiant, but this is also a blue supergiant. And there's another blue supergiant up there. I am curious if this one has a little shunt or whatever you call it. Because if it does, not a hyper shunt. Okay, first off, let's just pop in here again real quick. Gamma Moran, this place maybe had some stuff for us. We got some remnant stuff floating around. I didn't get a ping from around this, so no, we do not want to survey the gas giant, thank you. Those are probably ships just waiting. So, I thought every blue supergiant had a little toy surprise inside. Yeah, you know what? I'm not even gonna spend the time. We're just oh no. Oh, too late. Okay, I was gonna say I should have pinged one more time on the other side to see because it's a big star. But if I could write notes, I'd probably say that doesn't have the goods like this one does. A coronal hypershunt. That's what we want. And we actually went to that system too. Yeah, we've been exploring quite a bit, and it has paid off a lot. So one thing I need to do is to resupply, but I also want to get another colony up and going. I know it feels a little fun just to be like, hey, wait a minute, look at all your money, look at all the lobster you're holding on to. But in truth, I just have some things I've got to take care of at home, and we've been exploring for a while, we've been doing some quests for a while. For all I know, I'm gonna get back home and like pirates will be all over the shit again. You never quite know. All right, so we have something going on here. Where is Okay. Oh, good. Actually, Coupe or Coop is not too far away today, so we can totally miss our jump here. All right, so there's a mercantile convoy. They're doing their best. Here's home. All right. So real talk for a second. Make eye contact with a pather in a back alley. 10,000. And we find a Ludic Path base. Cool. That'll be helpful. Let's go ahead and drop you off. Let's go ahead and drop you off and drop you off. And let's go ahead and go to our cargo real quick. And go to storage. And it's a lot of fun having some alpha cores, some lobster, and like a whole bunch of heavy machinery. And some marines. We don't really need the marines right now. Because here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking y'all have been really cool and just like enjoying the series and everything. And the fights are all kind of going where they're going right now. And I want to shake things up a little bit. And I think the best way to shake it up, since I got a little bit of window of time and I'm kind of in between places on the map, is I'm going to try to punch above my weight here. Yeah, we'll put the dagger LPC up too. Yeah, we'll just sort all this stuff out later. Now, one thing I do want to do here is we'll put up the hypershunt tap. We'll put up the soil nanites because we don't need that. We're going to sort this because I'm going to plug this straight into another colony here. So look at all these cool things we found in storage. That's nice. Let's say we go to MAM. And let's say when we go to MAM, we decide to take on something that we ran away from. Well, I don't think we saw. I'm assuming everything is like I expect it to be, and wherever the other blue supergiant is up here, I don't even know if it's this one. I think it's... Anyway, it's one of these. It's somewhere. We know there's another one here. Anyway. MAM. As far as I can tell, there is something for us to at least fight, encounter something new. Let's do it. I'm kind of wavering in my voice all of a sudden because I'm just thinking of 5 things at once. One of them is, how much shit do I want to take out of the garage? I think I want to take everything, even though there's a certain danger of getting everything blown up and not having anything back in the background. And I know some people are like, how's the Doom doing? It's like, I haven't done anything with the Doom yet. And I don't have a ton of little guys to take with the actual Space Raptor, so we're going to kind of avoid that. We're going to take you out of the garage too. So we have a lot of room for fuel. Do we have too much room for fuel? Obviously we need some more crew. Obviously I have 2 ships that have no guns on them. So let's go ahead and start with a basic sort of refuel here. So refuel, let's buy, we need 5,000 crew. Well, obviously we're going to buy more crew than that. I hope we don't have like extras in storage that I'm just missing out on. Oh god. Okay, I messed that up a bit. Alright, well, we need 1,000 crew to start a colony anyway, so that's totally by design, right? Yeah, we're gonna ignore that little price that I just put on myself a bit. Whoops. Anyway. Can't undo that. Other things I can't undo. We have this that we can refit. If I just do an auto fit first. I kind of like doing the elite here, I guess. Flat cannon, so Molnir cannon, it really just does shoot on one side. Yeah, this is balanced enough. Like these are going to be backup deployment ships. So like what I'm thinking is that I take a bunch of like usual stuff here in my larger group. Oh, we're going to park you too. So bye-bye. Like we have all these ships here, and is there anybody that like we probably should have somebody better flying this? Like you have your energy weapon specialization. You have your energy weapon specialization. You can probably upgrade your ship just a little bit. All right. So my plan here is to try and fight something I've never fought before that I will say I have an awareness that it's scary, but I don't know really why, because I've managed to actually dodge that. All I know is that it's probably something that we get pointed to later in the story, but we've stumbled across it earlier, so we're just going to do it now. Okay, we're not going to do it right now. What we're going to do first is double check our colony size. We're not full grown yet. We're not a full grown place yet, but we will be soon. Let's go ahead first while we're here. Go ahead and establish a colony down here. And that's right. We're in nebula. Our planet is flying through a nebula, so it's going to be slow. There's a lot of money gone because I don't know how to buy crew. We're actually using 17 supplies per day. Who is the moron that forgot to buy supplies? That's me. All right, establish a colony. Like I said, what I want this for is that it has volatiles. It does have some tectonic activity. We can find something that we haven't found yet that will decrease this from 225. If I can find it. That's one reason I tried to put it off, was hoping that it would come up here. An exploration. And we're going to have you watch over this place. Well, I can be personally governing it, but this is fine. Alright, so we want hazard pay. And we want to build mining. And can I go ahead and I can't install anything in the mining yet, which is a little silly, but we're gonna put you into the storage over here. All right, so let's combine you guys as well. That's fine. So we have some extra troops. It's fine. Yeah, that'll be okay. So spaceport's being built, then other stuff's being built. Persian League is neutral in delivering metals, so I guess maybe with the commission we're not getting as much attack stuff. I don't know for sure, but yeah, I already just spent like my monthly allowance on stuff here. Let's get like we're spending 17 supplies per day. We're literally shooting like everything. This is fine, I guess. Like we have some decent ships. We have a lot of deployment points available. We have one fuel tanker. I'm still curious about if I want to throw, like, these guys have been doing so good in these ships. And I still like having some people in the apogees. I know, well, maybe, yeah, Fang, you could probably go into, we have these. Okay, those builds aren't quite as exciting. So let's put you guys down here. Lightwing and Zodiacal Light or Zodiacal Light will be back up here. We'll get you out of the Eagle because you're good, but you could be even gooder in a Conquest. And we'll put the Conquest up here. Put this Conquest up here. And we'll see what we can deploy. So let's go to MAM. I think that's a good way to close out this video. One of two things is going to happen. Either we're going to lose a lot of shit and we're going to have a good time, or I'm going to surprise myself and we're going to have a good time. And I guess this is just part of the joy of an update that came out a month ago. It's like there's been things that I've been intentionally trying to skip, and I've kind of had enough. I've had a few people hint at me and comments of like, do this. I've had some people spoil some other stuff in comments, which is a little irritating anytime you post stuff on YouTube, but that kind of comes with the territory. But the only thing I know is that these things that come out of the Hypershun are lovingly called Doritos. So obviously I have to go for the copyright strike and just sing the, not really like sing the Doritos theme song that we all know and love, which is, oh yeah, Doritos time. Gotta crunch it 'cause it's good. Mm-mm. And the lightning bolt crashes. Hey, old man, what you eating? Well, I'm eating a big old bag of Doritos. And we're just going to ignore all these quests because one of the great things about Starsector is that you can kind of go on your own quest, which includes going into one of these beautiful hyperspace storms, which is totally in my way, and I probably spent more time going out into the middle here, but let's just go like this. Okay, we're here. And as the great Richard Ayoade would say, is we're here, but should we have come? First off, we need to probably go in from minus, so we're going in on the left-hand side. So let's do that correctly on the gravity well. This is a mid-tier system, so hopefully we don't run into any fights here. Like this warning beacon, you never really know with the medium systems how crowded stuff's going to be. I mean, maybe putting a bright burn is not the best idea. So we got somebody that's okay, this is a tiny thing. You're just patrolling. And oh my gosh. We're seriously gonna have to like e-burn into the hyper shunt, which since I got rid of that skill, we're gonna get rid of our combat readiness a little bit. Whatever, we're here. Burn! Burn it. Hyper shunt. Okay, so your fleet approaches the coronal hyper shunt. This class of megastructure once powered the unfathomable industrial might of the domain, in case you didn't know. Losing control of an active coronal hypershunt without following proper shutdown procedures can prove disastrous. So we explore. As your fleet moves into the closed holding orbit, an executive summary of the hypershunt specification is helpfully presented to your tripod pseudo AI assistant. Yeah, totally, pseudo AI assistant. The bridge sounds an alert as several previously unidentified shapes detach themselves from the superstructure and smoothly accelerate towards your fleet just as you finish reading, and for reasons of safety and automated defense drones are no longer a standard feature. Your tactical officer waves your attention. We're close enough to the magnet field generated by the megastructure that the anticipated combat volume should be unaffected by the star's corona. Mostly. However, they examine their console. The hostiles, their unknown profile, incoming fast. They're starting to look concerned, and a brittle voice say, "This might be something new, Captain." Well, unknown vessel. Unknown vessel. Let's engage. Let's not transfer command. So, who are we dropping out here? We can hit the all button. That gives me a lot of backup. Can I do this and get rid of these and maybe get one of you to go? That's fine. I mean, this is really amazing to a point that there's 700 total deployment points, and still I have to deal with the fact that just 2 ships take up so much deployment on the other side. And I know there's a lot of things to consider. It says no ships deployed. Let's go ahead and hit this button here so that we can get the fight started. All right, so no nothing. Since this is an unknown foe, I really want to just have them come to me. I think that's fine. So we're gonna buddy system like this. We're gonna have you follow you, you follow you. We're gonna have you stick to each other because you're unmanned. And I could have the Astral follow me because we're slow as hell, but we'll see how this goes. Like I said, the big thing is that I have reinforcements available in case things go south. So I actually just forgot what I was going to say. Waypoint Alpha. Everybody gather here. I do not, especially with the Odysseys positioning themselves out in front, I do not want to have all of my ships just flying out and doing the Foot Clan thing that I accuse the AI of doing so much of just... Oh, okay, we already have contacts, so they're super fast. Hello, you. Strike Tesseract and Attack Tesseract. What's the difference? I guess we'll find out soon enough. Alright, so Odysseys... Oh, that's a laser light show. And a half. Alright. Well, clearly we have an engagement now, so we can get rid of this. We have a few command points left. Maybe we split it in half. I mean, normally I don't want to do that all the time, but I kind of trust my Radiant to take care of some of this stuff. So we're going to engage here. And we'll see if you guys can just kind of hold the line on this right now, and we're going to see if we can sneak a focused attack on the left. So here you are. Oh my god, that's already fluxed out you. That's a problem. Like, what in the hell? Look at that front. Look at that front. Okay, well, that's a little exciting. I guess they're called Doritos because they're kind of triangular. Actually, you're already nearly fluxed out, so that's good. I need you to, like, not do this. Maybe we just drag you over here, because I don't like this guy who's always so aggressive just getting dragged to the... Oh my god, he's gonna freaking die, isn't he? Like, now we're doing the exact thing I wanted to avoid, which is my ship's getting dragged everywhere. Radiant to the friggin' rescue, though. Okay, so that one's kind of under control. Maybe we take the fight here. Alright. So, I just heard something explode. Alright, so we have 2 eliminate orders. I don't like splitting myself up like this. But Astral's slow as hell. Okay, so looks like we're gonna get a kill. That's really, like, that speed's really hard, though. Okay, so that's dead. 1 Tesseract down. Alright, let's focus on this one, then. Alright. Wait. Hang on. What? Okay, new plan. Legion, make yourself useful. Let's fight over here. Okay, so this is the Russian nesting doll of our opponents here, where I guess this is just going to split up and try to backside our Radiant, and we still got this thing over here that I can't get a clean shot on because we got a lot of missiles coming at it. So let's see if we can watch this happen. Okay, so it shot something out. Oh, okay. What are these called? That is a facet and a shard and a shard, and it's like little Cool Ranch Doritos. That's so cool. Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't geek out like this. Also, once again, look at how many shots my friggin' battleship that I'm slowly flying around is taken. The answer is I'm about to take my first shots. And they're like super wide misses here. Okay, so Legion finally trying to do Legion things. There's a shard down. You're apparently doing your best, so our stuff's getting really spread out, and this Radiant is like saying, you know what, you may be unknown, but the remnants have this under control. So I think if this battle's shown me anything, it's that I need to fly something other than the Astral, because it's having trouble chasing things down. Like, I may be able to contribute here just a little bit, but look at my other ships just doing the thing. All right. Oh look, we're getting actually shot at. Okay, well, this is a massacre. This tells me I could have done this earlier, but I didn't know. I am a risk-averse player, but like this thing is taking some flux damage, but it is literally everything is fine. Like this poor Astral, everything is fine. I have so many reinforcements that are just waiting in the wings that I don't even need. Well, still though, this is cool, because this is the kind of new stuff introduced in the story that we'll definitely be seeing more again later. And oh my god, they're doing some crazy zappy shit to over here, and we still have like a bunch of little things. Like my Could really use like some tachyon lasers on somebody right now, maybe, possibly. We do have those that we can fire, right? Like I got some point defense shit down here. Yeah, what are these? Are these like, those are just little strike craft. Alright, well. Did I seriously just take my entire fleet for a battle where I didn't take a single loss? That's Starsector, I guess. Wow. Okay, shards down. Got little drone flying things. They're getting point defense all to hell. So like it's even tinier ships. Like what are these? That's Glory of the Stars, obviously, but what are you? I can't actually click on you. And the battle's not won yet, so fascinating. I thought I'd tell myself, it's like, you know what, I'm gonna take a really cool screenshot when the battle starts, and now I'm just sitting here, it's like, it's already over. I'm sorry guys, I thought this would be more. And that isn't to slight the game at all. I've clearly over prepared here. But that just means I'll be ready for more things later. So let's see what the spoils are. Anyway, preliminary reports, approximately 90 crew and no Marines were lost. So we took down both automated defenses, not having to call in a single reserve. That's crazy. Okay. Oh, we got some new gear here too. So Rift Cascade Emitter. That's a large energy. Ooh. That looks pretty good to have, like, for maybe a Paragon, for instance. A Rift Torpedo Launcher. I'm just going to mouse over these for now. A Cryo Flamer. Got 3 of those. Resonator MRM Launcher. And a Cryo Blaster as well. Oh, these all have kind of different descriptions as well. I hate that. Oh my god, this one's worth 100,000. So I guess all of this like tech that's totally different is just worth a lot. I'm glad they still have medals though. So mini pulsar. It's really nice that they have all of these new weapons, and they're just kind of like different sizes. So obviously we're going to take all that. All right, so your fleet finishes its approach to the coronal hypershunt without further incident. So salvage crews board the structure at key points as soon reports come into existence of wear and damage. It's difficult to assess the entire structure in detail, but it's clear that it's not operable in its current state. However, as with most mega-scale domain technologies from the late pre-collapse era, the coronal hypershunt features fantastic self-repair capabilities which require only sufficient resources to make available 20,000 metal. Okay, your tripod chimes in with analysis. If brought online, the structure allows the colony within 10 light years to establish one additional industry with a hypershunt tap. We have that. Ancient schematic of the tripod's memory indicates a particular cargo area dedicated to storing these taps, but salvage crews report that it is empty. That tri-tachyon would have this information so readily available in their standard Orbital Works Expert System database gives you just a moment of pause. Well, I'm going to have to pause the video here, I guess. I don't think we can double tap. No, we don't get any additional salvage. So that's a hyper shunt done. And we got some goodies from it, that's for sure. I mean, on the one hand, I feel a little silly because we did all that preparation. We got all these ships. We grabbed all this extra stuff. And I just blasted through it. But on the other hand, that's just the joy of Starsector. You have a good plan come together, and it comes together. So for those of you all who've been hinting and suggesting me doing that, both thank you, and also I apologize for completely obliterating it. But if that's the kind of fights I can look forward to later in the game, where ships turn into more ships, that's exciting. But anyway, that's going to do it for this one. This is Asher with Starsector 0.95a update, actual story mode progress, and new content. We had some Doritos. They were delicious. We ate them all really fast and probably going to have some digestive issues later, but it's cool. I will say once again that just with timing and everything here, expect that the 1 video per day thing is still the goal, but I'm going to have to miss a few days just coming up here. But it's been a good run of putting out a bunch of videos all at once, so I'm looking forward to continuing giving you content and diving further into the story and seeing what other crazy fights are waiting for us in Starsector. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Like the video if you liked it. Feel free to tell me what else I can do here in the future, and I'll see you next time. Bye.